empty bus pulls up to a stop and 10 people get on. At the next stop, 5 people get off, and twice as many people get on as at the first stop. At the third stop, 25 get off. So, which one of us is named Jim? Am I Jim? I thought he was Jim. No, that's Bill. Where's Bill? You're Bill. Oh, that's right.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Maize, otherwise known as Maize in Spanish. Yeah, I know. I've been brushing up on the old Spanish lately. What can I say? I'm a multicultural birdman. Anyway, this right here is actually a really interesting and fun adventure game. It kind of centers around the idea of dark humor. What you are doing here is you are actually investigating an abandoned farmland where 2 scientists used to conduct research at. Unfortunately for these guys, they were a couple of numbskulls, and eventually they got a memo from the US government that said, or at least what they believe said, create sentient corn. You heard me correctly. Sentient corn, not sentient porn. Thankfully for all of us, sentient porn already exists. But these guys believe this memo said sentient corn. Actual walking, talking, living corn. And they did so, and it's up to us to find out what exactly happened over here in a very dark humor type of way. This comes out on December 1st, when this video should be going live, so by the time you see this video, the game should be available. I'll have the information in the description below. And I should note, if you guys enjoy what you see here today, let me know in the comments, and by leaving a like, and I might consider keeping this around on the channel here for a bit longer. But for now, this is a one-shot. Let's get into the game. Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I just saw walking corn right now. Alright, so WASD to walk around, use mouse to look around as well. Again, the controls are very, very basic over here. The game is very self-aware, very humorous as well. The performance is pretty good. I got everything on high and max, a combination of it. And things are running pretty smoothly here. I'm roughly averaging around 55 to 60. Like around 55 when I'm in this little dense area over here, but that's about it. Anyway, I would like to see if we could get up to the second chapter. I've already played some of this beforehand, so I do know what to do with the puzzles here coming up, and you know how adventure games are. You find an item, you take it somewhere else, you find another item, you take it back. A little bit of back and forth action here, so I do know what to expect. But I really want to get to the second chapter because that's where things kind of take a turn for the, whoa, what's going on over here? So right now in the first chapter we kind of chill in the farmland itself. But the second chapter has to do with the oh, actually, I'll try to get there. I won't spoil it now, but we'll try to get there at some point. If for some reason I run out of time here in this one-shot, I probably will show the second chapter at the end of the video. I'll splice in the footage that I have for that here. Let's see. When the pointing hand icon appears, click the left mouse button to interact. So in order for us to access this underground laboratory, well, I guess there goes the spoilers. This is where we're trying to head to for the second chapter. We need to find a hand, a key, and a circular slot. A hand, you say? Oh, you gotta probably find like a dummy's hand, huh? You know, maybe. Maybe we're looking for an actual human hand as well. Press escape, repeat, enter the pause menu, you got it. Let's actually do a little bit of running here. There's gonna be a slight corn maze mechanic. Or kind of a maze mechanic, I guess, huh? Oh, I never noticed you guys before. You kind of really stand out. I think this is a dead end, actually. We have to go through here. Pressing Q does absolutely nothing at all. It's like I'm wearing nothing at all, nothing at all, nothing at all. You know. You gotta get the stupid sexy Flanders in here on occasion, you know. But it's really weird because that's gonna be it's gonna be like a running joke for this game, the whole Q thing, as you will probably see at some point. So over here we have the farmhouse itself and a desk. Welcoming us to the research area. Well, not that it's supposed to be well known as a research area. What we're doing here is really beyond me at this point. The story hasn't really gotten that far for me. But we did find an English muffin, which is always a good thing. You did a great job picking up that item. A new path has opened up to you. So I'm not sure if you noticed before we picked this up, there was actually a couple of boxes here. Your progress is going to be I guess, impeded by just random run-of-the-mill office boxes. It's just very humorous that way. We could check out this item with E over here. Hard, and as granted, this muffin is most definitely nowhere near fit for consumption, despite how much you try. All you've done is giving yourself a headache. Nothing like an English muffin you cannot actually digest, huh? And that's really all about here, right? I'm pretty sure it is, right? Yeah, I think we got it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, that's a shame. That's a damn shame. I need to reset my progress then. There's a bunch of notes over here, which I've accumulated, but you find them as you actually progress with the game. But the notes carry over. Oh. Okay, give me a second, guys. Alrighty, guys, so a little bit of an issue here. There's no active way for me to actually delete my progress thus far. Press E to examine your equipped item. I already did that. There's no actual way to delete my progress thus far without having to reset the whole game folder data at this point, which means I'll also lose access to chapter number 2, which is something I want to show off in this video if we don't actually finish the first chapter. So what I will do here is that I will actually have us read some of the notes as we kind of progress through the video itself. So we'll just act like we're finding them on the spot here. This would be the first one you find though at the desk though. A note lazily scribbled includes a stock greeting and encourages the reader to enjoy the complimentary snack on the desk. Notes to the reader to mind the boxes, and also says, open the big door, and will probably say hello. Hello, hello, is there anybody out there? Just holla if you... Okay. So over here, there's really not much else for us to do, although the trees will tell you where locations are. So a lot of these locations open up as you progress here, so you'll never get lost as long as you read the notes here. So this is going to lead us to the windmill area, which is not where we need to be here at the moment to my understanding, so let's actually come up through here. I am running with a muffin in case you're wondering as well. What, you don't run around with muffins? Let me tell you, you're missing out a lot in life if you don't run around with a muffin daily. And you're telling me that the big door is that way, exactly. So, before we go into the farmhouse, I like to run over here and collect a couple of items that we'll probably be needing at some point anyway. We have a giant statue here, along with some god rays over here as well. We have a statue of possibly one of the scientists, maybe? Broken shovel handle. Let's read about this bad boy here. Completely useless for shoveling dirt. Well, it's missing the ideal part for it. But helpful if you ever want to tip something over. You immediately think of the wardrobe on the second floor of the farmhouse because you didn't particularly like how it looked at you, and would like to ruin its day. Now, in case you're ever lost, the game does a really good job of, through the items telling you, hey, giving you hints as to what to do. I picked this up before we actually did need it, though, so it's kind of giving me an idea before I even get to that certain part. And here are the boxes that I mentioned that actually impede your progress here. I know, a couple of office boxes is kind of stopping you. I know, it's a game, man, alright? It's video game logic, you have to roll with it. Alright, so I think we're basically done here. It is time for us to... Actually, no, we're not done here yet. If I am correct, there's also another area behind through here. Ideally, you want to come here afterwards, but again, I like to just pick up the items early. I have a broken hubcap. And let's see, what's over here? Nothing. I think there was another note here, so I think it's probably time for us to read one of my notes here. Let's actually pop the old chicken coop door open. And what are we going to find in here? Aha. The farmhouse key. Actually, no, we needed to come here to get into the house to begin with, so I was wrong about having to be here or not right now. So that is now acquired, and let's see, is that really all there is over here? Could have sworn there was something else. Let me come run through this side. No matter how many times you press it, Q still does nothing. Alright, let's pop you open. Open the farmhouse door. Alright. Now, at the moment, there's no power here. We have to restore the power so we can actually get a couple of items and also see a lot clearer right now, because right now it's going to be really dark, especially out in the YouTube universe, so I do apologize for that, but we'll try to get some light in here kind of soon. A couple of rappers here. Not like, actual, rappers like Tupac and Biggie. By the way, dating myself by actually mentioning dead rappers here. I don't know who's rapping nowadays. I don't know, G-Unit, is he still around? No, wait a minute, it's 50 Cent. He's part of G-Unit. Is G-Unit still a thing? I don't even know at this point. I'll just stop. Over here you do find a couple of letters, so let's actually pop this open and read a couple more here. Let's go through... you find this here. A boring novel. Having no talent at the genre, the author mistakenly revealed the murderer's identity on the first page and spent the rest of the novel outlining a story about the detective buying a pair of pants. Yeah, it sounds like a really bad story, I gotta say. Mediocre rock. I think that's basically it for now. Yeah. The old fedora. Cheeseburger wrapper. You actually get this in the second chapter, so I'll skip that one for now. Corn book. A book outlining the differences and similarities of corn species across the globe. Several chapters also discuss the color yellow. A few species are circled in red pen, while no, no, no appears in many places across the entire book in blue pen. So, there is an idea that there's like 2 people writing. And I already mentioned there's actually 2 scientists, so... Here we go. We have a fruit crate. We'll be using that pretty soon. Over here we have a bathtub plug. We use this right over here immediately. And we still can't do much over here, but let's open this up. And we find ourselves a nail clipper as well, which is, I think, what we used to get the rusty nail from the outhouse, if I'm correct. Now let's find out what else is around here for now. There is something stuck in here. A sausage grinder. Hopefully nobody's actual sausage is actually stuck in there, if you catch my drift, fellas. Something is jammed inside. And over here we have rancid corn oil. Okay. As a matter of fact, we can use that right now. Let's come in through here. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm gonna try to actually lower my sensitivity here through my mouse because the game doesn't have an option to lower the sensitivity, so I've been like kind of like whooshing all over the place. So I apologize for that. I lowered the sensitivity right now through my mouse, so hopefully I'm less whooshing around. Just very sensitive. So I think we're done here with the sink for now, and so with the grinder. Now, over here you find out there is actually a secret compartment which you crouch down. Unlock secret door and making it much less secret. Oh, you don't say. Open the door. This will take us down below. Here we have a fuse box, which we will be messing around with pretty soon. As a matter of fact, we'll probably mess with that right now to get some light in the apartment, in the actual house over here. And we have also unlocked a bit of a shortcut. How very Dark Souls, huh? Yeah, I know. Falcon, Dark Souls didn't create shortcuts. I know, I'm perfectly aware. It's like basically me calling this a Souls-like game. Everything is a Souls-like game nowadays, huh? You have a game that's slightly a bit harder than usual. Oh, you know, it's a Souls-like game. It's like, really? It's just a regular platformer. No, but it's kind of hard, so it's Souls-like. Yeah, give me a break. Nail clippers. Let's go ahead and use you right here. We now have ourselves the rusty nail pulled out with nail clippers, so I like how that's quite literally like a little bit of a reference, you know, like you have a nail. How do you pull out a nail? Well, we normally use a hammer, but here we use a nail clipper because the game is very humorous about itself. All right, so let's come over here and we will use this nail on the fuse box. Use rusty nail as a fuse against safety regulations. Restore power to the farmhouse. It is slightly less dark than it was before. Now, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think about using a nail here. I got stuck for a while, and I was like running around thinking, what should I do? And I was just using items randomly. And that's how I found out about the nail in here, and I was like, oh, okay. That's how that works. You put a nail in the fuse box, and it just completely opens up, or turns on. So, we have a bit of a shortcut out there. Let's actually go upstairs now. What do I have on me? Oh yeah, actually, we need the items that we have over here upstairs. But we also now, since we have light, could see a bit more clearer in here. As a matter of fact, we have a CD player with a secret CD that says Top Secret. An old CD, it's labeled Faded, pressed on first batch of CDs ever created. This brand was notoriously expensive and even more unreliable, making even the greatest of symphonies sound like something a concussed elephant would make while stumbling around a music shop. That's actually kind of a bad sound, I would imagine. Alrighty. Anything else over here for us? No. Alright, so let's go upstairs here. Again, if I run out of time here, I would try to zoom us over to the second chapter towards the end of the video. So I want to show that off, but I'm trying to also make this go fast, but not too fast where I'm skipping stuff. Over here we have ourselves the old bobby pin. Did you guys know that the first person who ever used and created a bobby pin was actually named Bobby? Yeah, I know. Look it up. I was really surprised when I found out. I was kind of like, really? That's very silly. Why would he name it after himself? Or maybe it was a female. I'm just making that whole Bobby thing up. I know I gave it away by not being aware what male, if they were male or female. But, you know, just roll with it, huh? Just roll with it. Now we use the broken shovel on the wardrobe. Tip this bad boy over. All right. Anything for us over here? Nope. But again, we have like some like lamps with like apparently fucking... Is that an emerald or jade? Both are green, right? Emeralds and jades? They should be green. Anyway, really expensive looking lamp there. Boxes on the bathtub. No items over here. Nope. Alrighty. Up we go. And here is actually the secret area where the research, I guess, on different stuff was taking place. There are no notes over here, so it's about time for us to pop open my notes and read a couple of here. I'm trying to remember what was up here, but let's find out. Let's do the tattered blueprint right now. Though it's hard to make out, this blueprint looks like it's for the construction of a very large and very poorly planned facility, with a farm situated on top of it. The facility itself actually set an architectural record for having the largest number of corridors that lead absolutely nowhere. Oh, yeah. Cheeseburger wrapper, that's in the second chapter. I think you find this here as well. A very fashionable fedora worn by a very fashionable person. Due to this, you are not putting it in your head. On your head, I should say. As you have not earned the right. On the inner tag, the owner wrote his name. Fernando. Of course it would be Fernando. We'll read that later. Burnt report. I think you get this here as well. Much of it can't be read, but the words abject failure appear several times. So does hurt feelings, sentient corn stalks, and why did we do this? Okay, because you misread a memo, you dum-dums. Alrighty, so over here you can see kind of like the experiments. Little corn, little fellas. This is how the attack of the killer tomato started. That was before the corn, though, mind you. Alrighty, you can see more of it over here. We have ourselves a mallet. Now, what I want to say is with this, we should be able to do a little bit of progress here. You can see out the windows as well. But I do believe we're headed to another area now. Hold shift key to sprint. That's what I'm doing, game. I got this. It's not my first rodeo with a PC game. As a matter of fact, it's very common now. Very PC enthusiast out of nowhere. Consoles growing up as a wee little lad, you know? Atari from the parents, Nintendo as my first console, the NES, and now PC for the most part. I'm gonna need you soonish, so I'm gonna pick you up. I think that's about it here for now, right? There's somebody's been working out over here. That's the type of body they want to achieve, huh? Is it just me, or does that face just not really match the body, dude? He's got that whole party in the front, business. Actually, no. It's business in the front, party in the back, Falcon. You don't want party in the front. Or do you? Has anybody tried that? Party in the front, business in the back? It's a reverse mullet. Why? I don't know. But somebody's got to have done it, I'm pretty sure. Alrighty. We're going to be going down over here right now. This is going to be towards electricity. But first and foremost, I'm going to come down over here and use the old bobby pin. If you're wondering how a bobby pin opens up a golden padlock, well, I don't know, man. I was surprised as you were, but it works. Our dude is of, or dude or dudette is actually of multiple talents here. And now with the broom, we sweep the corn away. Excuse me, if I could just interact with it. If I'm allowed to interact with the corn. And we found ourselves the needle-nosed pliers, which we'll be using for something pretty soon, aka the sausage grinder. I know, it's a dead giveaway, what can I say? But we're almost done with the first chapter, so we will probably see the really cool cutscene that leads into chapter number 2, and then we'll probably wrap it up. Stop pressing Q. I'm not pressing Q, game! I swear to God I'm not. Actually, I occasionally do it. We have ourselves a hand. A gloved, severed hand, and this guy's been apparently electrocuted for some reason. Maybe it was a sentient corn. They uprose. It was revolution of the corn. And you're still blocked here. I guess later on we check you out. So I'm running low on time here, so I will do a little bit of a cut over here so the video doesn't run on too long. So that's going to be my first cut here thus far. Let's go over here and use the needle-nose pliers on the grinder, and we found ourselves a warped key fob, which is actually going to be needed pretty soon. And over here we actually finish up our sink, so let's go ahead and put in the gloved severed hand. And we now have the actual hand itself. And if you remember the first door we ran into in the game, we need a hand, a CD, and a key. Or not really a CD, we need something round, but I guess I just gave it away, it is a CD. So all we're missing now is the key, which is right here in our hand, but it's warped. Therefore, we have to smash this guy back into shape. Whip this warp key back into shape. So, we do that with some pain, obviously, because no pain, no gain. Mallet it down. There it is, guys. We have everything that we do require. If you're wondering about the English muffin, I don't know. I guess you hang out with it the entire time. I haven't found a use for it. Maybe after a while, maybe in chapter 2 or 3. Couldn't really tell you. But we're done here. So it is now time for us to the door. Again, thank you a lot. Signs randomly placed about. Alrighty, guys, and we're going to cut over here to the door and actually see the cutscene that leads over to chapter number 2. So let's go ahead and put in our key. We'll put in our hand. And we will put in the slot right here.
Hey! 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 You must answer a riddle before you're allowed to enter. A doctor and his son are in a car accident.
No, not that one. Say the one about the guy who hung himself with an ice block. You just gave that one away. Answer this one. What animal walks on 4 legs in the morning?
That one's boring. I'm riddle president today. I get to pick.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Was he president every time? No, I've actually been a bit unclear on the election. Oh, we should really argue with that.
An empty bus pulls up to a stop and 10 people get on. At the next stop, 5 people get off, and twice as many people get on as at the first stop. At the third stop, 25 get off. So, which one of us is named Jim?
Am I Jim?
I thought he was Jim.
No, that's Bill. Where's Bill?
You're Bill.
Oh, that's right.
You may as well enter as we sort this all out. Let's hope you're better than the last one.
Oh, and watch out for our brother down there. He's a bit odd.
Oh, he's a bit odd. Well, that was unexpected. And there you guys have it. I was going to show off the second chapter, but you know what? I think this is a really good jump-off point. If you guys are interested in the game, all the information will be down below. Again, if you want to see some more as well and actually check out the laboratory in the second chapter and further, let me know in the comments and by leaving a like, and I'll consider keeping this around. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will catch you next time.